Hey! Use the switch block anytime you need to display different elements based on multiple cases. Angular version 21.1 introduced new switch control flow syntax. The switch now supports multiple consecutive case blocks. In this video, we examine the switch block and walk through the syntax changes. Let's jump in. Here is my Star Wars vehicle sales application. We want the application to display different delivery notes depending on the value of the subtotal. Our key business rule is that a subtotal of 100,000 credits or more gets free delivery. Our first step is to define the logic for the notes. If the subtotal is 0, the cart is empty, and we display an empty cart message. If the subtotal is small, we display how to get free delivery. If the subtotal is almost to the 100,000, we display an encouraging message. And if the subtotal reaches 100,000 or more, we display that the delivery is free. Since we're dealing with way more than two choices, a switch block in our template with all of these cases may be easier than multiple if blocks. The switch block was introduced in Angular version 17 as part of the new control flow syntax, and that syntax was enhanced in Angular version 21.1. Let's implement the switch block for this logic in our application. I already have the basic HTML in place. Here, after the notes label, we'll display an appropriate delivery note. Use @switch and define the value to switch on. Our first thought might be to switch on the subtotal because that's how our rules are defined. But there is a problem with this approach, as we'll see in a moment. For now, let's continue. Inside the curly braces, define each case statement, @case, and specify the conditional value. For our first case, the value is 0, and I'll paste the text. For the second case, if the subtotal is less than the almost there amount, we display how to get free delivery. I have a variable for this amount in the component. But notice our syntax error. We can't put relational operators or really any logic in our case expression. It must instead be a value that can be compared to the conditional expression value with the equal operator. So we can't add our logic here. We instead add our logic to the component. And when you think about it, that is where it really should go anyway. Having logic in the component, or a service, is easier to find, reason about, and test. I've already added the required code. Let's talk through it. I have a read-only field for the free shipping amount, almost there amount, and shipping fee. These are constants, so no signal is required. This computed signal calculates the delivery fee. If the subtotal is less than the free shipping amount, this returns the shipping fee. Otherwise, it returns 0. This next part is key. We define a constant object with a set of strings. These are the strings that our template case blocks will use. Lastly, we declare a computed signal that returns the appropriate delivery message option. If the subtotal is 0, or less than or equal to 0, the cart is empty, and we return empty as the string. If the subtotal reaches 100,000 or more, we return free. If the subtotal reaches our almost there amount, we return almost there. Otherwise, we return fee required. So all of our logic is here, and our template can switch on the value of this delivery message signal. Going back to the template, change the switch block to check the delivery message signal value. In the first case block, change the case expression to delivery message option dot empty. For the second case block, specify delivery message option dot fee required. And I'll paste the remaining code. We now have a case block for each of our options. And if for some reason the logic falls through and doesn't match any of our cases, we defined a default case as well. Let's try it out. Bring up the browser, select a vehicle. If the subtotal is 0, the cart is empty and we display an appropriate message. If the subtotal is small, we display how to get free delivery. If the subtotal is almost to the 100,000, we display an encouraging message. And if the subtotal reaches 100,000 or more, we display that the delivery is free. It works, yay! But now we have a change request. Going back to the code, the empty message should now be the same as the fee required message. One way to quickly make this change is to copy the message from one and add it to the other. But then we have duplicate code. A better option is to add both case statements to a single block, like this. Starting in Angular version 21.1, the switch control flow now supports multiple consecutive case statements matching a single content block. So we can now specify multiple conditions for a single block. Nice! Does it still work? Bring up the browser, select a vehicle, and we see our fee required message. Change the quantity to 0, and we see the same message. Nice! Use the switch block anytime you need to display different elements based on multiple cases. But note that the switch case comparison is based on equality. Add more complex logic to the component or a service, as we saw in our example. Do you use switch blocks in your templates? What do you think of the new multiple consecutive case blocks? Drop a comment below with your thoughts or questions. Thanks for watching. If this video was useful, please like and subscribe.